Good morning, everybody. I decided to make some salt bars today. Kind of woke up and said, you know what, I've got a recipe I want to try, so why the heck not? So hopefully you can see me. I'm trying to pick a different lighting down here, something not so bright. I think I forgot my stick blender. Oh, there it is. Okay. I guess I'm not super ready yet. Anyway, today I'm doing a mostly coconut lime, and I didn't have enough, so I threw in a green tea blend also. Now, I've read that this coconut lime doesn't hold, so we'll see. Usually doesn't. Any sort of lime tends to fade, so. But that's fine. Not really, but this looks really gross. I'm just going to kind of wing the coloring as I go. I just got some new liquid colors, so I thought I'd try some of them. This is a little bit of a yellow. So, see how that goes. I'm gonna get into the micas and all that. I just haven't, I don't know, tried. I have some, I just need to read up on mixing them and stuff like that. If you're like me and you've been using liquids and all of a sudden you have micas, you don't know what's what. So I'm just gonna take a little bit out. I'm doing a really small slab mold, so it really doesn't take much to do a little swirl. So I thought I'd do a little green or something. On top. So now this isn't really mixing very well, so I'm not very happy with that. I suppose I need some sort of stick blender in here, which I don't have. When in doubt, dump it back in. So I'm already not having a good time. So I guess we'll just do a solid color. Not very much fun, but what are you gonna do? Oh well. The problem is I use these small batches, and you can't take any color out and swirl, or you can't use your stick blender in it. So it's the beginning of September, and I live in Minnesota, and we're all sad because this is about when summer's over. We live all year long for summer. It's really sad because I forgot my spatula. Our summers are very humid, so we suffer through the cold winter. I cross-country ski and I'll snowshoe, so I really try to stay active. But then, you know, there's always some sort of ice storm that wrecks the snow, and then it'll warm up and melt everything, so you're really stuck in this zone of nothing to do. So this is a really ugly green. Boy, this is really just going to be a recipe only test, that's for sure. So anyway, you're stuck in this zone of nothing to do. And then finally, you know, March comes. Well, you know, people go on spring break, not us. Well, we do. We have to leave the state. We usually have another snowstorm. And heck, we had snow in April last year. I got married in April, and I remember it snowed the day before my wedding. This was years ago. And it snowed on our way to our honeymoon the next day. That was mid-April too. So you really gotta be tough to live here. I'm sure you have to be even tougher to live in Montana. I'm sure Michigan and Wisconsin are very similar, but if I chose to live here, I would love to move, but the housing market is not being very cooperative. Anyway, we have a terrible green, but I will be gelling these, so hopefully when it gels it'll look good. See, originally I wanted to put a little just splash of color on top. I'm using a silicone mold that I bought on Etsy. I love it. It's really great for 1 pound plus batches. Or for 1 ounce oils. I think it holds, you can do like 18 ounces of oil if you want to do, you know, if you have 1 ounce of a fragrance to test, that's what it's perfect for. I don't quite use, I tend not to use 1 ounce per pound. I'm more of a subtle scented kind of girl. I want to smell it, but I don't want a headache. But I mean, it also depends on the fragrance too. Salt bars are different because you have the salt in there. And actually that depends on the fragrance too. Some I don't even have to change. Others. And I put it in my handy dandy iPod box, or iPad. I want this to be pretty flat on top, but it doesn't appear that it'll be that way. Trying to get all the air bubbles out. Now I could make the top kind of fluffier maybe. You don't want it too much because you want to be able to hold it. Hopefully you can see. So I might just go very subtle. Not even going to put anything on top. No glitter, nothing. Subtle baby. There you go. Real quick one. I'm going to put my cover on this if I can find it. And got my handy dandy heating pad here. I'm going to set it on low or medium and watch it and cover it up with a couple blankets. And that way I'll get a nice gel that won't overheat it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Mila Soaps, over and out. Okay, first of all, I want to apologize. I forgot I had the dryer running, so you'll probably hear my clothes tumbling in the previous clip. I just wanted to show you how this is going. I decided not even to put a cover or towels, I meant to say towels, not blankets, on it because I could feel the warmth coming off of it before I even put it on the heating pad. So you can see it's actually turning into a lime green. So do I really smell anything? Very subtle, but that's fine. So I'm just waiting for the edges to gel, and I will probably just put a little towel on top. And I'll try to quit peeking at it, but the thing is with salt bars, you need to cut them while they're still warm. So what I'm going to do is watch for it to gel. I'll turn off the heating pad, remove it from the heat, and then when it's solid, because sometimes when it's gelled it can get kind of soft, so when it's still solid I'll cut it up. And I'm going to do, this is made for 4 bars, I think 2.5 by 3.5, but I want to do a little shorter, so I'll do 4 a little shorter and then 2 just little end chunks for testing. And that way if they turn out I can give them away. Anyway, I'll be back. Thanks. Okay, I just finished cutting these, and I have to say the scent is very disappointing. You know, the only thing I can smell is that little bit of green tea I put in there, which is a wonderful scent, and I wish I would have had more. The color, not quite the lime I was going for. Nothing much about this was what I was going for. However, the recipe is wonderful. I've actually been tweaking my salt bars for a while now, and I think I finally found the perfect combo. So I'm hoping to give these away to people if they don't mind. A very lightly scented soap, but I'll give these about a 6-week cure or maybe more and see how it goes. So nothing special. So the color's not quite really picking up here. I've got a lot of bad light here. But, you know, a good size bar. Good to hold. They weigh about, that's about 4.5 over 5 over 5. So as you can see, I didn't cut them very straight. But yeah, they're still even warm from cutting. So I think I cut at a good point. They did crumble a little bit, but I think I'll be more conscious about what I'm doing the next time. I usually do loaf, and I've got the loaf mold thing down pretty good, but I kind of got away from that because I had a certain look I was gonna go for. So we'll see what happens over time. I might go back to the loaf because I know what I'm doing there. Anyway, thanks for watching.